This is Jeanne Kitchens, Chief Technology Services Officer with Credential Engine. I'm going to provide you an overview of the new Credential Registry Badge Publisher tool that's part of our suite of existing tools for publishing data as CTDL into the registry. And I will give you a demonstration of that tool. The purpose of this tool is to enable organizations that use open badges to easily publish information about their badges to the credential registry as the credential transparency description language. By open badges, I'm referring to the open badge specification by One Ed Tech. So badging platforms or services that use that specification could utilize this tool as open source software, as well as the version I'm going to show you that is integrated with the existing credential registry tools. I know you're familiar with the 2022 Counting Credentials Report. It counts over 430,000 badges offered in the United States, and that number will continue to grow. Unfortunately, the badges tend to be undervalued because people do not understand what they mean. And the job of the CTDL is to provide that transparency and meaning of credentials, including open badges, and link those badges to meaningful data such as skills, courses, transfer value, and pathways. The tool is easy to use. What it does is it imports badge information from a badging platform into the credential registry publishing system. It provides an interface if the badges need to be edited, and it saves the badges in the registry publishing system so they can be published. As a bonus, this tool provides what's called an alignment with the open badge specification that can be saved back to the badging platform, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. We would like to see badges empower people with meaningful information, and that is the reason for continuing to evolve our publishing system and the CTDL to ensure there is valuable data that helps people succeed. So for the demo, what I'm going to show you is that I have created a Credential Engine test issuer account on Canvas Credentials. You may know of this platform. It was used to be called Badger. And I've created 3 badges for testing purposes. Of course, Credential Engine does not issue badges, and there's no personally identifiable information in the credential registry. So we're not going to be issuing badges to people, and we're not going to issue any instances of a badge. Rather, it's the descriptions of these badges that are available for people to read. So of course, these are just pretend badges for this demonstration, and this all being done in a test environment in our sandbox. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these badges and I'm going to import them into the Credential Registry Badge Publisher tool. So let me go ahead and show you a little bit more here. So this is my account in Canvas where I have my 3 badges. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you one of these badges here. This is my Desert Landscape Specialist badge. It has a name, it has an expiration date, a description, and it has some tags here on the right. It has earning criteria, which is a description and a link, and alignments. And in this case, alignments are competencies. So you're seeing a list of competencies that I've included with my badge. I included a list of competencies with each of the 3 badges I created. And that's about the extent of the information that's included with the open badge on this platform. So you could see how the CTDL could be used to enhance this information. So this is the Credential Registry Publisher system. This is our sandbox testing environment. And there's many options in here, and I'm going to select the Badge Publisher application. So this is the Badge Publisher application, and I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to get to the screen where I can choose my source type. And you can see I can choose from Canvas or Credly. And the JSON is a way to copy and paste basically the code for a badge. So I'm not going to cover that. I'm going to talk about Canvas credentials. So I am going to select Canvas credentials and next step. If I were located in Canada, I would select to utilize their Canada platform, but I created a test account. So I'm selecting Badger Test, and I'm going to log into my Badger account. So I've logged into my account on Canvas Credentials, and I'm going to load it. It found my account, and now it's brought in the 3 badges that I showed you that I created. All 3 of them are here. It could be 100 badges, or it could be 200 badges. If I had created 200 badges, it would have imported them all here in a list for me to look at. So when I click view source here, I'm looking at my badge in the Canvas platform. And I'm going to go ahead and select all 3 badges and finish my badge setup. It loaded all the data. This tells me that 100% of the data loaded into the Credential Registry publishing system from the badging platform. And now I see my badges. Here's my 3 badges, and you can see that I can select to edit them. I'll go ahead and click edit on one of those badges. So what happened was our tool brought in all of the information for my badges, but they brought it in a CTDL. So this is using the CTDL properties that map directly to the Open Badge spec. And our tool added a CTID, which is a unique global identifier that will be included when it gets published to the registry. Otherwise, this is the information verbatim. These are the CTDL terms here. And the other thing that we added was language. We require languages to be identified in the registry. And this is an international code, meaning English in the United States. I can edit if needed. Now, if I edit, I would only be editing this in the Credential Registry publishing system. This does not impact my badge on the badging platform. And I don't need to edit it, so I'm going to cancel. Another thing I could do is change the credential type. These types are all of the types of credentials supported through the CTDL. Many times a badge is a proxy, for example, for a certificate or a certification. If that were the case, you could change the type, and still with the CTDL, you can indicate that it's also that's available as a badge, as a verified credential. So I'll cancel that. I don't need to change anything. And in the second half of my screen, I can see my competencies that I included with those badges. And the toggle here means that they're going to be included if I leave it toggled to the right. If I didn't want to include it, I could turn the toggle off, but I do want to include these competencies. So there's nothing more I need to do. I can click finish and I can go to the next step. And now I am going to save all 3 of my open badges as CTDL to the Credential Registry publishing system. And what that means is now when I view this credential in the publishing system, I'm literally seeing that it imported all of my badge information to our publishing system. It's all here, including the competencies. Here they are. And now I can go ahead and finish my publication. And you can see here, it says update badge alignments. Save all alignments to Canvas. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And what it's doing is it's saving these properties here, name, URL, description, framework, and code. And this is following the Open Badge specification. And it's saving this back to the Canvas badges that I created. So now when I go back to look at those badges, or if somebody looks at my badges because they're interested in earning them, they will see this information with that badge, and they will be able to follow this link to see that badge in the Credential Registry. So let me see, I'll have to refresh this page. And here it is right here. You can see that it added the alignment back. And when I click this, it will go to the page in the credential finder about that badge. So now I've completed importing into the Credential Registry publishing system. I've saved my alignments back to the Canvas credential system. And now let's go ahead and go to this screen here. I can select all the badges that I've imported, and I can click publish all selected items to publish them to the registry. And that is the overview and how the tool works. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.